my mother told everyone I had abandoned her. Then I found the letters she had been sending me for 6 years. My mother and I hadn't spoken properly in 6 years. At least, that's what I believed. When people in our hometown asked about her, I always gave the same answer. We're not close anymore. I never explained why. I didn't know how to explain something I didn't fully understand myself. 6 years earlier, I had moved from Ohio to Colorado for a new job. Before I left, my mother and I had a terrible argument. She told me I was selfish. I told her she had spent my entire childhood comparing me to my older brother, Ethan. She said I was imagining things. I left the next morning. A few weeks later, I sent her a letter. She never replied. I sent another, nothing. I called her. She didn't answer. Eventually, I stopped trying. Then, 6 years later, I received a call from a lawyer. My mother had died. The lawyer told me she had left me her house. I was shocked. I hadn't expected anything. I flew back to Ohio for the funeral. That's when I discovered something that made me question everything. Almost everyone there believed I had abandoned her. One of her neighbors hugged me and said, "Your mother talked about you constantly." I stared at her. She did. She said you wanted nothing to do with her. I couldn't understand. She told everyone I left her. The neighbor looked uncomfortable. She said you stopped answering her letters. I felt my chest tighten. "What letters?" She looked at me strangely. "She wrote you every month." I thought she was mistaken. My mother hadn't written me a single letter in 6 years. After the funeral, I returned to the house. The lawyer gave me the keys. I spent the evening walking through rooms I hadn't seen in years. Everything looked smaller. My old bedroom still had the same faded posters. Then I noticed something strange in the hallway, a locked cabinet. I remembered it from childhood. My mother always kept important documents inside. I found the key in her desk. Inside were 6 years of letters, dozens of them, all addressed to me. My name, my Colorado address, my mother's handwriting. I opened the first one. It said, "Dear Emma, I don't know why you won't answer me. I miss you." I opened another. "Please call me. I don't understand what happened." Then another. "Your brother says you're angry with me. I wish you'd tell me why." I sat on the floor. My mother had been writing to me, but I had never received them. Then I noticed something. The envelopes had been opened, every single one. And there was a return address stamp from my old apartment. Someone had been intercepting them. I called the lawyer. "Who had access to my mother's mail?" He hesitated. "Your brother handled most of her affairs." Ethan. My older brother. The same brother my mother had constantly compared me to. I called him. He didn't answer. I drove to his house. When he opened the door, he looked terrified. I held up the letters. "What did you do?" He didn't pretend not to understand. He sat down. Then he started crying. "I thought I was protecting her." "From what?" "From you." I couldn't believe him. He explained that after I moved, my mother became depressed. She constantly asked about me. Ethan told her I needed space. Then he started intercepting my letters too. Whenever I wrote to Mom, he kept them. Whenever she wrote to me, he kept those too. He told each of us that the other didn't want contact. For 6 years, he maintained the lie. I asked him why. He looked at the floor. "Because she depended on me." "What does that mean?" "If you came back, she wouldn't need me anymore." That sentence explained everything. Ethan had spent 6 years turning my mother against me because he was afraid of losing his place in her life. But there was one final thing I hadn't discovered. The lawyer told me my mother had changed her will shortly before she died. She left the house to me. She left Ethan almost nothing. Not because she hated him. Because she had discovered the truth. She had found the letters. She realized he'd been lying. And she had written one final letter. This one wasn't addressed to me. It was addressed to both of us. I read it that night. "My children, I spent too many years believing that silence meant rejection. I was wrong. Emma, I should have come to you myself. Ethan, I loved you so much that I didn't recognize when your fear became control. I don't want this house to become another reason for you to hate each other. If there is anything I want after I'm gone, it is for both of you to finally know the truth." I cried for a long time. Not because I had lost my mother. I had lost her 6 years earlier. What hurt was realizing that we had both spent those years grieving a relationship that never actually ended. A week later, Ethan came to the house. He stood at the door. "I don't expect you to forgive me." I looked at him. "I don't know if I can." He nodded. "I understand." Then I handed him one of Mom's letters. "You should read this." He took it. It was the first letter she'd ever written him after discovering the truth. He read it silently. Then he started crying. For the first time in 6 years, my brother and I sat together in our mother's house. We didn't fix everything. We didn't suddenly become close, but we finally stopped lying to each other. And sometimes I think that was the last gift my mother left us. Not the house, not the money, the truth. Because there are some family tragedies where nobody stops loving anyone. They just stop hearing each other. And sometimes the cruelest person in the story isn't the one who hates you. It's the person who convinces you that the person you love has already stopped caring. If you discovered that a family member had secretly intercepted years of letters and calls to keep you separated from your parent, would you ever forgive them?